your hormone-addled 15-year-old daughter to like slam the door of her bedroom and give you the finger, you're gonna get more of it. And those kids are gonna wind up in rehab. It's not good for you, and it's not good for them. No. There has to be a point at which dad comes home.
Dude, what the fuck?
What are you talking about?
Wait, what? Oh, is he? Has he also lost the sauce?
We need like we need a refresher.
Oh, here.
Like this is gonna cheer us up. This guy's awesome.
I don't like talking about the Marines in Afghanistan because I don't want to draw any more attention.
Because it was my personal Afghanistan every time my father turned the key to the door for 20 years. Yo, if he said that, he would.
What he says is even better.
Okay.
He kills it.
It's funny because Republicans now would look at this guy and be like, he's gay.
Yeah, this guy's a gay Muslim. What the fuck? No wonder we're losing.
I don't want to draw any more attention to them because you and I know they've been reasonably
They're shy.
effective
You and I both know that they're Int J's.
Yeah, they're
when they
shy.
give you the Int J scare,
they
mix of seduction and judgment.
They've been reasonably effective tactically, but that's a small part of it. I mean, at the end of the day, back to the long war discussion, there's going to have to be a political settlement, and all the efforts to reconcile with the Taliban.
Wait, I'm sorry. I have to respond to this. God, I wish I was rich and white. Then I don't have to worry about who wins either way. Yeah, but when you're poor and also a underserved minority, no matter who wins, it still fucks you over regardless. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean?
Yeah, okay. Like if like sure, let's say I'm an asshole for not caring enough about the consequences of Trump's presidency. What does that make Kamala's campaign for running such a dog shit campaign?
Yeah.
What does it make the people who have received hundreds of millions of dollars in funding to blow all their momentum and their lead and deliver such a fucking horrifically bad campaign?
It's also funny because, like, on average, it's like the wealthier you are, the more likely you're gonna vote. So it's really funny when like the overwhelming, the plurality of voters, when you look at that are non-voters, are not exactly fucking cooking. Okay, they're not exactly like so wealthy that they're just gonna sit this one out. It's like, no, it's the wealthy that actually go out and vote.
I'm like one of the only people driving up the average for non-voters.
Like,
and no one thanks me for it.
So it's just like, it doesn't. You're responding to not necessarily reality, but like what MSNBC has told you is supposed to be the reality. It's like a false presentation of reality. And the real reason why most of those people that don't fucking vote is because they feel they recognize the truth in some ways. Obviously, the Electoral College is one reason. If you're in a blue state, it's like, who gives a shit if you're going to vote for a Republican or Democrat? If you're in a red state, who gives a shit, right? But beyond that, it's also because neither party is actually representing their interests. Like, neither party is like, I see what you're hurting on and I'm going to solve it. Okay? Every now and then, a guy like Trump will come along and be like, I see that you're hurting and it's because of gay liberals and Mexicans that are doing this for you. And then maybe some people look at that and go, okay, that tracks. At least he recognizes that I'm mad. And I don't really fuck with Mexicans like that. So I'm going to go out and vote for him. And that's how Trump has the capacity to draw turnout from low and mid propensity voters, the cranks, the podcast voters. But Kamala Harris is not doing that. She's not doing any of that. She's just like, I don't know why her turnout strategy is just like hyper focusing on a couple key fucking suburbs in looking at an electoral college map and being like, we've identified like 8 suburbs that are going to swing the election in our favor. And every single time I'm running this national campaign, I'm going to speak to them directly. Many of those people might not even fucking end up voting Democrat, but I'm still going to try to make, this entire campaign about them. Lo and behold, it might actually end up hemorrhaging my base of support from all of the other normal fucking reliable Democratic Party constituencies that I have to hold together. But who gives a shit?
The worst standing you can have inside the Democratic tent, inside the coalition, is as an incredibly reliable voter. That is the worst possible thing to be. Just as far as you get treated by the party.
Yeah. Whereas on the Republican side, they're like, oh my God, you're an evangelical white person. I don't care if you literally think the QAnon is real. I will say it. I don't even yes, you're right. Everyone is a pedophile that's running the deep state. I'll say it. I'll make inferences to it. I love you so much.
We will hang the albatross of Dobbs around our neck.
Yeah.
You.
Yeah. Long-time viewer here. I'm just wondering if all the recent hate can really be boiled down to out-of-context clips, or if you think something is genuinely going wrong and just can't fix it. What do you mean? About me? Yeah, no. Something is fundamentally wrong with my brain. That I am an Islamist fundamentalist, and people have finally caught on to it. But I also like... I'm secretly an anti-Semite, but I like to run on expert difficulty. That's why for years and years I've been doxxed and swatted by fucking Nazis because of my railing against anti-Semitism. But like deep down inside, I wanted to give the tools to people so that they wouldn't be anti-Semitic, so that it could be harder for me to be anti-Semitic down the line. I'm a real freak like that. Yeah. For years and years, I have been designing this so I could make a community that will consistently call me out eventually in the future. That's what it is. Thank you. What did these guys say? Why deny the rapes then? What are you talking about? Referring to the smear campaign as an arc is such a tell. Yeah, I know. Longtime viewer. Do you think that you're just like fundamentally at odds? Or do you think these out of context clips are actually real and that you're a giant piece of shit?
Arc is such a that is the worst phrase I've heard from someone who isn't Kamala today.
Yeah.
Arc? You like a character arc? Jesus Christ.
Republicans create an outgroup and are cultish around their in-group, but Democrats use Republicans as the outgroup. Neither resolves the contradictions of capitalism, but only serve as a scapegoat for capital owners. This is true, but there's an old saying among campaign staffers: Republicans fear their base, Democrats hate their base. Yes, for sure. What are you hiding about Fethullah Gulen? Please speak. Your silence is deafening. I've already covered it. Most Americans don't know who the fuck he is.
I'm in a mourning period. If you think you see me on a stream or a podcast, it's actually pre-recorded. I recorded a bunch of like contingency content in the event that Gulen would die.
Yeah. Yeah, Felix is actually not here. He has a real-time AI, very responsive.
No, this is all pre-written.
Yeah.
I'm really good at predicting behavior in conversations.
Yeah.
Everything, if you think that I'm responding to you in chat, I'm just that good at knowing what you're going to say.
Yeah. IAM 751 voted 64% to reject Boeing's latest contract offer. Yeah, I knew that was going to happen. I knew that was going to happen when I heard that the contract renegotiation was simply a 35% increase, but no room for pensions. It seems like that was not going to... Anne? Not bad.
Hey. Good, how are you?
Felix doing classic astral projection. Yeah.
Yeah, no. I learned how to do it at a young age.
We didn't even watch
we have
fucking clip. I'm sorry.
No.
discussion.
The money shot is like, I think.
There's going to have to be a political settlement. And all the efforts to reconcile with the Taliban through the Afghan government, I think we all fully support, because at the end of the day, you know, they're fighting us. They have their agenda. We're there to support the Afghan government. And they're going to have to be convinced or decide on their own that there's a better way to do this. I mean, they've been fighting, what, 40 years? And so we're hopeful that, you know, we can support the Afghan military and the governor in Helmand and the local police and the national police, and that we can create a secure environment so that the Afghan...
We found the best pedophiles in Afghanistan and we're making them run security. Okay? We've given them all the child boys that they could ever desire. We've made sure that we're, you know, we're trying to make sure that our soldiers are bulletproof whenever they turn on us and start killing us inside of the base. We haven't been able to figure out how to combat that problem, but outside of that, things are going fantastic in Afghanistan.
We've tried to make them swallow metal.
Afghans can have an election, and that possibly there'll be a significant enough program so that those Taliban who think there might be a better way to live their lives and continue to have their young men get killed, being led by people that aren't even there in the fight, that live in other countries, and that are convincing them that this is the right thing to do when really all they're doing is making money on drugs.
Wait.
I mean,
that's kind of fucked up. Wait. He's saying that the Taliban are making money selling drugs? Isn't that what we did in Afghanistan?
Yeah. Hamid Karzai's brother was the biggest trafficker in Afghanistan.
Dude, this is some like Israel level projection.
I forgot how crazy like all of our Afghanistan shit was literally until the moment we left.
Yeah. That's crazy. He's like, yeah, they're selling opiates. It's really fucked up. Suspiciously, none of that's coming into the United States of America and only to the European markets. Yeah, I don't know how that happened. Listen, the CIA needs to fund itself, and by God, we're going to do whatever we can to make sure that it is funded.
we talk about, you know, the terrorists call themselves, you know, they're the freedom fighters, they're the mujahideen. They're not. They're criminals. I think the Arabic word is takfiri. They're apostates. They hide behind Islam. They sell drugs. They kill innocent people.
He's like, we're the ones who really do Islam.
The Afghan army and the American, we're the mujahideen. We're the mujahideen.
He's woke. Yeah. He's woke and gay.
Yeah, this is the woke military.
This is the turn. This is the turn. This is when it happened. Yeah. America's military became woke and Muslim and gay.
We're the real mujahideen.
Yeah,
they're takfiri.
That's the message. And maybe they'll get tired of this and they'll decide that there's a better way.
Yeah,
that happened.
They didn't. Yeah, it was a massive success, sir. Thank you. When the fuck was this originally?
Oh, this was 2018.
No, this is 2018 is when they uploaded it. I doubt that it was from 2018.
I think it was. No, I remember it.
Oh, it's like recent?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, that makes it even worse. He's saying that they're selling drugs and shit. So this is like after the fucking reports that came out and were made public that like the Afghan training program was just like the highest rate of friendly fire incidents ever seen before Israel put numbers on the board in terms of like all the people that they were training would just like come back with a grenade and be like and drop it.
Yeah. I'm rooting for the Haredi conscripts to like beat those numbers.
Oh,
I think they have it in them. They have it in them
for sure.
I love it when like some Marine officers from like Tennessee is like, I've read the Quran. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
There's a lot of truth in the Quran. You are not true adherents of the Quran. And if you and I were to be transported to the moon, where Allah lives in his lunar palace, only one of us would be able to meet the prophet. And it wouldn't be you, buddy. It would be this here Marine.
Yeah, I don't know. There's like, it's very Homeland.
Yeah.
Oh my God. When you made me watch that, it was so funny
That is
rewatching it.
Such a bad show.
Rewatching it and just like realizing that the biggest suspicion that was that he was praying.
Yeah. The scene where his wife sees him like kneeling on a prayer rug is like it's played with the level of seriousness as if she saw him like making out with a child.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like
what?
What the fuck?
Yeah, that's how his wife felt when he said, "We're the Mujahideen, they're the takfir."
He got home. He was wearing his dress uniform, and she took off his hat, and there was a little kufi on, and he was like, that's nothing.
Oh, what's going on?
No, he had by accident.
His forehead starts noticeably becoming more brown from all the prayer that he's doing to showcase his allegiance to Allah. And it's like, I started noticing that your forehead started getting brown. What's that about? I'm close to Allah while I do my du'as.
His wife is having a book club, and he said, "God damn it, during Ramadan."
It's like, you bought me, for my last birthday, you bought me gold, but Allah's told me that a man cannot wear gold jewelry. I must be modest. Turn that music off.
He takes down every like drawing of a person, like all the art depicting
he's
a
going
person.
he's going extra fundy.
Yeah.
One must not try to invoke the image of man. This is akin to the apostles there, or
The apostates.
yeah, the apostates.
He's on next door. I think I saw Shia gangbangers in the neighborhood. They worship in their temples by crawling around like snakes. The Rafida.
Oh, I love that, dude. The Salafist revert general.
I want to see what this guy's up to now because he's probably like halfway there.
Yeah, no, he is. These are the guys that just like come out and will like randomly be like, I think it's unconscionable what Israel's doing.
Yeah. I've secretly been a Muslim for 37 years.
Oh, that's good. Okay, what did Tucker Carlson say? Apparently he's going actually nutty mode.
If you allow your 2-year-old to smear the contents of his diapers on the wall of your living room, and you do nothing about it, if you allow your 14-year-old to light a joint at the breakfast table, if you allow your hormone-addled 15-year-old daughter to like slam the door of her bedroom and give you the finger, you're gonna get more of it. And those kids are gonna wind up in rehab. It's not good for you, and it's not good for them. No. There has to be a point at which dad comes home.
Dude, what the fuck?
What are you talking about?
Wait, what? Oh,
my
has he also lost the sauce? Have Republicans just gone too crazy? I don't know.
Going to Twitter did kind of like fuck his career up.
Yeah, but
I've
also
never seen anyone talk about him.
Yeah. Remember he was like, well, I mean, he does have an insanely successful podcast. I think he's like top 3 or something, which is crazy. But
No, that makes sense.
But I feel like this kind of rhetoric, like I feel like Tucker Carlson 5 years ago would not be saying shit like this. Like, I don't know. It's like Trump is daddy and daddy's coming home. Like,
well,
it hits.
It's weird because, I mean, he thinks Trump is like stupid. He thinks Trump is a bad leader for national conservatism.
Yeah.
But it's like, he can't do that now. So,
yeah. Like, he has more disdain for the fucking Trumpist right, in my opinion, than even Donald Trump has.
yeah.
Like, he's just like, you guys are unwashed monsters. You will never let me do WASP nationalism. Like, I just, he would fit so much better into like the dandy boy style conservatism of a fucking Buckley.
Well, he was that.
Yeah.
He was that.
Yeah. He wants to go back to like country club Republican CIA shit. But you know, but he's stuck doing like more and more populist sentiment.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he saw which way the wind was blowing.
Yeah.
And, I don't know. I think it's also like resentment fueled in part.
Let's hear what else he has to say.
Yeah, that's right. Dad comes home. And he's pissed. Dad is pissed. He's not vengeful. He loves his children.
Oh my
Disobedient
God.
as they may be, he loves them.
God.
Because they're his children, they live in his house. But he's very disappointed in their behavior. And he's gonna have to let them know.
This is the only way we can have American fascism. Just like super fucking weird on top of everything else.
Yeah.
Like
the Gestapo in American fascism will be like Matt Schlapp types who
Yeah.
will like try to jerk you off in the police car.
this is so like, what the fuck? What do you mean? Like, daddy's home. Daddy's gonna give a spanking
Donald
to
Trump did not raise any of his kids.
Yeah, that's true.
It is such a bad metaphor to put him in.
He's gonna have to get to your room right now and think about what you did. And when Dad gets home, you know what he says? You've been a bad girl. You've been a bad little girl, and you're getting a vigorous spanking right now. And no, it's not gonna hurt me more than it hurts you. No, it's not. I'm not gonna lie. This is gonna hurt you a lot more than it hurts me. And you earned this. You're getting a vigorous spanking because you've been a bad girl.
Oh my God.
And it has to be this way. It has to be this way because it's true. And you're only gonna get better when you take.
Does he want to fuck his daughter? Like, in
That's
this,
what I'm getting here.
like, what the fuck? Is he like fantasizing about like spanking Ivanka or
There
something?
has never been more pre-cum in a pair of Dockers.
What
He's
the
rock
fuck?
hard.
What is going on? He thinks this is funny. He thinks it's edgy. No, it just sounds weird.
Yeah, it sounds like
It sounds
he has
gross
an
and
incest
creepy.
fantasy.
He
Or he wants to be the girl and get fucked by his dad, Donald Trump. I don't know. It's fucking weird.
It went from like the analogy I understand at first, like it's like, oh, you know, Democrats have been fucked up, like they deserve a punishment, and Trump is going to dish it out, and he's using this as a vehicle to deliver this message, right? He's using this analogy as the vehicle. But then it got weirdly sexual midway through, where he's like, "Daddy's gonna like it."
Yeah, when he started out, it was like, you know, your toddler like throws his diaper at the wall, or like your daughter slams the door, your son smokes a joint, and then they all just become like a 14-year-old girl who's getting her ass spanked.
Yeah.
What? There were 3 kids. Now there's 1.
Yeah, and it's all.
Are you her? Are we her? What's going on? To quote Tucker, what's going on?
Yeah, this reads like a Nick Mullen bit. Like he's just
yeah.
like if he was like talking about Tucker Carlson's weird sexual pedophilic fantasies.
Dad's coming home and he sees that you've been trying on mom's dresses and wearing her makeup. What's gonna happen when he takes you to the movies in that dress and in those high heels and treats you like mom? Are you gonna like it? Will I like it? Why am I jacking off to this?
What's going on?
What's going
And you're
on? I
only
never
gonna
look at
get
this type
better
of
when
porn
you take
usually.
responsibility for what you did. That's not said in the spirit of hate. It's not said in the spirit of vengeance or bigotry. Far from it. It's said in the spirit of justice, which is the purest and best thing there is. And without it, things fall apart.
Okay, so after that speech, apparently the crowd was screaming, "Daddy
News that I
done."
haven't heard is when Tucker Carlson was speaking tonight. He started to say that if Donald Trump were to win, it would be like, quote, daddy's home, daddy's coming home. And he said that Trump, like God, loves all of his children, talking about the mainstream media, in his words, and Democrats, and said that Trump would need to give them a good spanking. Now, this is something the crowd went wild for here. There are thousands of people here. And when Trump came on stage, as you can see speaking behind me, they started screaming and chanting, daddy's home and daddy dog. So this is something I have not heard at a Trump rally so far, but I can tell you the vibe in the room tonight does almost feel like a mini RNC. And one thing that is...
What the fuck? What?
I love both the parties in America. You have one that's like, the ambitions of our dreams are formed from a consensus of that which does not divide us, but instead unites us into the plans that we hold to account. And then you have the other, which is like, we're all an underage girl and we're going to get fucked.
Daddy,
and then both of those people,
Daddy Trump is going to spank us because we've been bad.
Yeah, we're going to get fucked into submission. And both those sides love Israel the equal amount.
Yes.
American politics rocks. Love it.
Yeah. Neither side wants to give you health care. Both sides would rather fund Israel than fix anything in the country.
Remember to vote.
Yeah, I mean, I guess this is just like, this is dying empire shit. Like, it has to be.
Yeah. It just sucks though, because it's like the best case was that we were going to get like someone who understood that, and we were going to have like a negotiated withdrawal from the world, done in the most responsible way.
Yeah, like England.
Yeah.
You know, fucking pay the piper and like try to concede to whoever's going to be the new fucking global empire.
Or just like, all these countries, they saw their their fundamental like social welfare nets and their signature policies and the state institutions, those were built after their empires. And of course, like, obviously they were built in part with plunder of the third world and of the periphery, but there still would be a transforming of this country and a negotiated withdrawal from every corner of the earth would have been preferable to what we have now, which is just we're kicking and screaming and throwing our shit everywhere as we're being dragged from the room and trying to bring as many people down with us as possible.
Yeah.
And I just I don't know. I don't see anyone on the horizon who is going to be both aware of that decline and sort of sober-minded enough to go, okay, there's a right way to do this and there's a wrong way to do this.
I don't know. I don't know what the fuck is going on anymore. It's like,
maybe it just needs to be broken up.
How the fuck does this like Gunter style.
Yeah.
You need to be Gunter, the anti-NATO Gunter that balkanizes the US.
Yeah, no, ex America.
Yeah. Yeah. We're gonna put a hatchet to these states. They're not so united no longer.